The Love and Leary podcast is where nursing leadership, innovation, and real talk come together. Hosted by nurse leaders Marian Leary
and Rebecca Love.
The show dives into the issues that matter most to today's nursing community.
Each episode features candid conversations, expert insights, and bold perspectives on healthcare, leadership, advocacy, and the future of nursing. Whether you're a clinical nurse, nurse leader, or another healthcare changemaker, Love and Leary offers thoughtful dialogue and practical takeaways to inform, inspire, and empower nurses at every stage of our careers.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm here at the Healing Politics Campaign School at Duke University. The Healing Politics Campaign School is for nurses and midwives, and I am joined by my colleagues.
Hello.
I'm going to have you all introduce yourselves and talk about, why you wanted to be here at the campaign school and what it says about you as nurses. But also, we were talking last night at the opening reception, there are 4 million nurses, but very few take that next step to get civically engaged and run for office. And so I'd be curious to hear what your thoughts are on why more nurses don't run for office, but also why you're running for office. So if you want to start us off.
Sure. I think what we learned today was that we do have to be asked to, and I was asked to by already just 2 people, but I haven't made a decision of what I'm running for yet, but I know that what I have to say matters, and my voice is powerful, and when I am bringing issues either at the local level or at the state level, when I'm using my voice, even if it shakes, I know that I am representing those that are not in that room. So for example, other nurses, but also the communities that I represent that are often underserved. So that's why I have this passion for advocacy, but now I want to take that into action and really hone in on those skills that I need to run for office.
And introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Gloria E. Barrera. I'm from Illinois.
Everyone, Justin Gill from Washington State. I think with Healing Politics, this is a reminder that this is an example of nursing, right? We care for our communities, not just for our patients at the bedside, but we also care for them at a larger systems level. I think about just those very intimate interactions with patients when they're dealing with struggles, accessing medication, when they can't afford their care, when they don't have a public health system that's working for them. The solution in this case is more nurses in office. And I think that, the rationale is there. I think our society would be better functioning if there were more of us in office. For me, there's options available, and I think I, like many other nurses, should never close the door on running for office. They should look at it as an extension of their nursing practice. So excited to learn a lot about how to run for office, how to make it reasonable and attainable. And I think it's just channeling a lot of the talents we have as nurses at a larger level.
Great. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. We're back at the Healing Politics Campaign School. I am with the first nurse governor in the country, Bethany Hall Long, who is here at the campaign school, dropping all of her knowledge and wisdom on nurses looking to run for office or run campaigns. So, Bethany, I'd love to hear from you why you think it's important for nurses to run for office and what you think about the Healing Politics program.
Great. Well, thank you. I'm so delighted to be here, and having known the students who brought together when they were at Yale University, this incredible program, myself as a professor had a chance to work with them. Healing Politics is absolutely critical for campaign school for nurses as yourself and others considering to run or supporting nurses. Ladies and gentlemen, nurses get things done. We get results. Not only is it around health policy, but every policy affecting our families. And if you're not at the table making those decisions, you're on the menu. And so what we've learned here at the Healing Politics School is all about the fundamentals, whether campaign finance, media, marketing. And those listening in, I really hope you will either support a nurse running for any level of office, at the row office, the county, the state, the federal. We get results in every aspect that touches individuals' lives, the economy, jobs, healthcare, early education, agriculture, finance, transportation, you name it. You want something done, you ask a nurse. And it's been a privilege of mine to learn to spend some time with you and to work with other leaders across the country. And so next year, consider signing up. We'd love to have you here with the program and other programs that are offered across this country.
Thank you. Really appreciate your time and your guidance in the program and supporting nurses running for office.
Thank you.
All right, so I am here with Senator Bolden, who is one of the faculty members at the Healing Politics Campaign School. She is a nurse. She's obviously holds elected office. So could you tell us a little bit about how you got into politics and what it's like to actually be a senator in Congress as a nurse?
Yes, so I'm Liz Bolden. I serve in the Minnesota Senate, Minnesota State Senate. I'm in my first term there. Prior to that, I served one term in the Minnesota House. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse for a long, long time. I really got into politics. I was elected first to the House in 2020 and got involved because I care about my community. I felt like I had something to bring to the table. I know my nursing background, both my clinical knowledge, but also my skills in collaboration and problem solving and teamwork would be valuable and felt needed at the time, given there are certainly challenges within our healthcare system, but also challenges just to build our communities, to be sure that everybody has what they need to be successful and cared for and thrive. And it has been a really good fit for me. As I said, I find that all of my skills as a nurse are also useful in the legislature. I do a lot of work in the healthcare space, certainly, but I also do work in other spaces, in democracy work and voting rights and childcare and housing, because I know as a nurse all of those issues are connected, and I see how all of those issues affect my patients. I still practice. I take care of patients in the hospital, and so to this day, I hear stories from patients and have a little window into people's lives in my community and see what the needs are and how those issues are all connected and affecting them.
What would you say to nurses who may feel like they want to get involved, potentially run for office, but don't feel like they have the skill set, knowledge, experience, sort of that imposter syndrome to actually take the leap?
I would say you should run for office. You absolutely have the skills, and it is needed. It is necessary for more nurses to be in all levels and roles of power. I only serve with, there's only a couple of nurses in the Minnesota legislature, and that's pretty consistent with, across the board. We are not well represented. And there's a number of reasons. We could talk for a long time about that, but it is necessary. You have the skills. Talk to other people. Talk to people. Reach out to me. Reach out to other folks who are doing it. Reach out to elected folks. It absolutely is needed and necessary, and you absolutely can do it.
You heard the senator. Get out there. Take the step. We need more nurses running for elected office. Thank you very much. All right, I am now here with my Healing Politics colleague, Dr. Peru Chabuter, who is going to talk to us about why she decided to come to the Healing Politics Campaign School, this cohort.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here and be your colleague. So really why I wanted to come to Healing Politics is really learn more about grassroots movements and how nurses can transfer their skills into politics and campaigning, and really see how nurses can make an impact and a difference in our communities, no matter what area of nursing that we do.
And what have you gotten out of these last 2 days? Do you feel like the skills that you've learned are transferable to what to the work that you do and what you're hoping to do in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the skills that we gain as nurses, our agility, our innovation, our communication skills, they are completely transferable into politics, but also into anything else that we do, which I really like to focus on innovation and different areas of not just healthcare that we impact. So really wanting to expand our minds and our skill sets to say that we really can impact so many facets of life and our community and humanness. So hoping that we're able to take this information from Healing Politics and, bring it back to our colleagues, peers, and students.
Love it. Thank you so much. All right, we're back here at the Healing Politics Campaign School. I am now with my colleague, Dr. Nancy Mannion, who is not only part of this 2026 cohort, but she is running for U.S. Congress. So, Dr. Mannion, I'd love to learn a little bit more about what made you take that step to run for Congress.
Thanks, Marion. It's really exciting to be here at Healing Politics. I am running for Congress for Pennsylvania District 11, which covers all of Lancaster County and part of Southern York County here in Pennsylvania. I'm running for Congress because I see the direction that our country's headed. I'm worried about the changes that are proposed for healthcare. This is worrisome to me because, to me, as an emergency nurse, the health of our communities is really paramount to the health of everything that matters to us. We have good schools, we have good jobs, we have enough food on our table, and these things happen and support us because we have good health and they lead to good health. So without that, we're sort of stuck. And when I see our healthcare system being challenged, when I see people mistrusting medical science, and when I see people having benefits removed from them, it makes me very concerned. And I want to stand up and speak out and say these things matter and they're important to our community.
Can I ask, what skills do you think you bring to office that have been acquired over your years as a nurse?
You know, I'm an emergency nurse. I'm used to dealing with complexity and challenges. And when I have to make decisions in a very short period of time, that's just a natural part of me. But I think one of the other things that I've learned in my nursing career is how to be able to speak to everyone. Whether you live in a cardboard box or whether you live in a big fancy house, it doesn't matter to me. All I see in front of me is a person who has needs and someone that I can help. And that's what I intend to do, not only in my nursing career, but what I intend to do as a congresswoman.
Well, Dr. Mannion, I look forward to helping on your campaign, and thank you for running for office. All right, I'm here with Brittany Wilson, registered nurse and doula, another one of our cohort members here at the Healing Politics Campaign School. So, Brittany, same question. What brought you to Healing Politics right now in 2026? And what do you hope to get out of it? And are you considering running for office?
Hi, everyone. So I came here today because I'm involved on my local state level nurses association. Starting from school, I've been involved as a student, and then I got involved with my school senate as well. I've done a lot of policy work as well with the National Black Nurses Association. So every February 1st, we go to Capitol Hill and we speak with our legislators from our respective states. The past 2 years, I have been the only one from Indiana, so that has kind of pushed me to the forefront to become comfortable having these conversations with people essentially that are just like you and I, not to take away from the power that these people have and the positions that they hold, but essentially they are people that you just have conversations with and let them know things about the community, things you're passionate about, and the things that you would like to see changed. So I don't think I've ever considered running for a position, but being in this space lets me know that this is my time, this is where I'm supposed to be, and I think that actual change can happen just by speaking up and, being the one to ask hard questions, have those hard conversations, and just be innovative with new ideas and just share your thoughts with everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, here with one of my cohort members, Dr. Andrea Gonzalez, who is not only at the campaign school, but is actually running for city council in Durham. So she's going to tell us why she's at the Healing Politics Campaign School and why she's running for office, and, if you could, why it's so important for nurses to be running for elected office.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for that introduction. I am at Healing Politics because I know that I need to learn. I feel with nurses, we're always listening, we're also growing, and all those things is what we need to thrive. And so, Healing Politics is just an avenue to get those resources, to get the support, because we're not able to step into those spaces without the support of community. And this is a very vital community in this process. And I'm running for Durham City Council because I know, especially now, that evidence, compassionate courage, understanding our community and building it together is the only way forward. And for me, it just goes down to understanding the human and seeing how all the things around them, their environment, where they work, where they live, where they pray, where they play, all those areas not only affect their health, but their livelihood. And this is just a call to action for all nurses, all healthcare providers, because it's all hands on deck in this moment.
I personally believe it's important for nurses to be learning earlier in their educational careers about civic engagement and why it's so important for nurses to be engaging in some of these activities. Do you agree? And how do you think, other than healing politics, which I think everybody should apply for, like, are there other ways that nurses can learn about what it's like to run for office, to run a campaign, to work on a campaign, and to be more civically engaged?
So when it comes to civic engagement, I feel that I have a holistic take on it because I feel like to be able to civically engage, it's based on privilege as well. Because if you're barely surviving, as sometimes as nurses, we are barely surviving, it is important to also know that those needs need to be met so we can also engage in that way. For example, families who are barely surviving, they don't have the ability sometimes to extend themselves civically. So if you do have the privilege, the time and energy, then I do want you to engage. I want you to advocate, because you're not just going to advocate for yourself, but also the communities that can't in this moment. So for me, I feel it's always getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, asking the questions, being involved in community. But again, that requires us to also take care of ourselves and make sure that our basic needs are met. And I feel that that's a whole system. So again, it's one of those things that there's a part for everyone when it comes to civic engagement. And also protest is important, advocating for protest. So there's many ways to go about it, but the biggest thing is stay curious, stay engaged, learn, be part of the conversation, and bring people together. I feel that that's the only way forward.
Thank you so much. And if you're in Durham, make sure you get out and vote for Dr. Gonzalez. All right, I'm here with Kimberly Gordon, co-founder of Healing Politics. So, Kimberly, I find what you all are doing here incredible. To be able to have a place where civically engaged, civically minded nurses can come and learn about the political process, I think is crucial. I know is crucial to getting more nurses to run for office and work on campaigns. How did you come up with the idea of Healing Politics? And this is the third cohort, which I'm lucky enough and honored to be a part of. How have you seen it change over the years?
And we're thrilled to have you in the third cohort. How have I seen it change over the years? I think the more people that learn about healing politics and the campaign school are, the more we get more actively engaged. We're getting more nurses to think about running for office. And so the nurses that come have a better idea of exactly what they want to get out of the campaign school, rather than coming and seeing, what is this all about? We're having people, I'm going to run for city council, I'm going to run for school board. And so the exercises that we see in the classroom, I was just watching this last exercise that we were doing, and I'm sitting here thinking, this surpasses my wildest dreams on what I thought this campaign school would be.
Yeah, it's really interesting. There are two people in the cohort who are actively running for a political office, one for city council and one for U.S. Congress. It's crazy. Have you had that in the past, or are you seeing more nurses now actively running for office because of the work that you all are doing?
I would love the work that we're doing. But yes, we have seen more nurses, and we are getting more, and we're hearing from more. On our website, we have a sign up form, and people will fall into 3 categories. I'm not running, I just want to help, I'm thinking about it, or I'm definitely running. And since we've been doing this over the past 3 years, we get a ton more I'm thinking about it. And that is exactly what we want. We want nurses to start thinking about it because it's so important that we have them in elected office.
Thanks for listening to the Love and Leary podcast.
We hope this conversation sparked new ideas, challenged your thinking, and reminded you of the power nurses have to lead change.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it. You can find more episodes and join the conversation wherever you do your podcast listening.